What's... Okay, sorry about that. What's going on, guys? It's Austin here. Today I'm just going to bring you some of my competitive classes that I use whenever I'm playing GBs, UMGs, and even most likely the classes I'm going to be using when I go to Emoji Anaheim. So let's get started. No, I mean that. Alright, first of all I'm going to start with my specialist. I usually, like, with the guys I've been playing with, I've been mostly playing with Warfighter. I mostly use, I use Overdrive and Resupply, of course. If we're playing Hardpoint, though, I'll probably end up switching to Claw, most likely. But for Hardpoint and S&D, Warfighter. Now, for Surge, I'm going to be FTL. Not really too sure if you can use Power Slide, I'll check the rules on that. But yeah, that's basically what I use in terms of specialist wise, because I'm playing more of like the main, like objective player when it comes to the ball, so that's why. And a hard point, we've already got Mark, Striker, and Phantom already taken care of, and I mean, Synaptic you can't really use him at all. FTO, he only has FTO jump, which is the only decent thing he has. So yeah, that's why that's my Warfire. Hardpoint, Uplink, S&D, FTL. Alright. This is my K-bar, just like respawn. That's why it's S, cause spawn. I run Elo, and I've always wondered why people never ran the reflex sight, but it turns out that the Elo actually does aim down sights faster. So, I mean, it's not a big of a deal, but in a game like Call of Duty where you can die in like a second, kinda does. So, I run Elo. I use the dots as my reticle. I don't know. I feel like lens, dots, and default would all be really good choices. I like dots just because it gives me like a rider. Sorry, not a rider, but a wider. Sorry. Um, it it just gives me like a wider. Just I don't want to say view because it's not really true, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable with it, and I feel like it. I feel like I get more like hit markers. You know, I get, more bullets into the enemy. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, so either of those three would be perfectly fine. Of course, foregrip, quick draw, stock, and rifle barrel. And I use dexterity and the dead sounds. I've been seeing a lot of people like just on pubs and stuff like that. They don't really run dead silence. And don't think Zach, the co-owner of Show Site, I don't think he does either. And the reason why you want to run dead silence at all times is because, well, first, of course, you're silent when you move around, moving throughout the map. But another thing too is that when you thrust, you won't show up on the map. So that's why I always run dead silence on all my classes. This is K-bar S&D. Run K-bar. I run the default sign on that. I'm probably going to change that to the 3 dots, foregrip, quick draw, stock, all that. I run a Fletcher grenade. I don't use dexterity. The only time I'll use dexterity is during respawn, but on hardpoint and S&D, I'll run blast shield, attack resist, and I'll also run perk 3. I don't really use, rifle barrel on hardpoint and S&D because the matches. I feel like just having a grenade and attack resist is way more useful in hardpoint and S&D. This is my ERAD hardpoint class. Basically, I have particle amp, which is basically a rifle barrel, stock, foregrip, quick draw. I don't use any sights because I think the sights in this gun is really good. Perk 1, I use blast shield, attack resist, just all that. NV4, I've seen a lot of people also use the foregrip on this, which you honestly don't need to at all. Do not use the foregrip on this weapon because it will save you 2 slots where you can use it for something else. So for the NV4, Elo, quick draw, stock, I don't use rifle barrel, which honestly, in most cases, you don't really even need that since the range is already really good. It's like 88 at its base mode, but rifle barrel gives it 10, so it's 98. So you don't really even need it, but I don't know. I use it. You don't really have to. You could take that off and maybe have a jammer grenade, and maybe even a secondary, or you could run 2 just, you know, 2 Fletcher grenades. So that's mostly what I do. I just do that. Another thing too is that tacticals, whenever I use them, I use a jammer grenade, and the reason why is because the jammer grenade attack resist will not, I mean, it'll block out like the stun effects of jammer grenade, but like your enemy will still be jammed. So that's why I always use a jammer grenade instead of like, I don't know, the blackout grenade. I don't think you can even use that. I don't know, you might. I don't know. So yeah, that's why I use jammer grenade instead of blackout grenade. Alright. RPRS, this is just, I don't really use this class, but just in case you want to see it, here it is. ERAD. Oh, this is my ERAD, like spawn, like respawn. The reason why I have this class is because on Frost on Uplink, the ERAD is such a good weapon to use. And so I run Dexterity because it is Uplink. Whenever I'm playing Uplink, I usually just run Dexterity because you can reload faster and stuff like that. ERAD Hardpoint. I'll kind of change this class a little bit. I used to have Particle Amp, but at Hardpoint, since like I'm mostly going to be in the hill, you know, like a lot of times, I don't really need it. So I run Trophy System and Fletcher Grenade instead of Particle Amp for that. This is my Sniper class. Pretty sure you can still use CPU, you know, ballistic CPU, but you might be able to. But I use the KBS Longbow, thermal. I use old school. I don't care for. I don't like default at all. I use old school. I use foregrip. The Oni. The Oni is actually a really good pistol. I used to use the EMC or even the Kindle 44, but the Oni, like as it says right there, you know, the more you fire, like the longer you hold on the trigger, the faster it fires. So that's why I use it. Yeah, blast shield, course, attack resist, death silence, and I use marksman because it's really good for some rifles. It does really absolutely nothing to regular weapons because it's so minute. Like it's so minute, something funny. R3K, I haven't really touched this class at all. I mean, yeah, I haven't really touched this class like at all. I don't know. No one uses it, so I might just change it to something else. And this is basically just like my stacked, like, well, no, sorry, not really stacked, but this is just like my KVAR class for Hardpoint. You know, like if they're not running, which well, of course they would be, but I don't know. I just picked. I don't have a sight on at all, which the default iron sights are decent on this gun, but foregrip, quick draw, stock, jammer grenade, clutch it, and the rest. Score streaks. I kind of switch around between the bombardment and the scorchers, but I always use the scarab. Yeah, sure. If the person has a blast shield, it's not gonna kill him, but it'll still stun him, and you can also get pretty good information as where your enemy's at. Training rocket, as always, same thing. But I usually just switch. I mean, it's only like 50 points. I guess 50 points couldn't matter. You know, like certain situations, but for the most part, really doesn't. So I kind of switch off between them. I haven't really made up my mind yet. Alright, guys. Well, that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, guys. So I'll be making a Modern Warfare Remastered competitive class setup video here in about a couple minutes. I'll probably be uploaded today too, of course, as well. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.